Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Hi, Optine. And hello to Echo over on YouTube as well. This afternoon, I have once again changed our schedules for those of you who don't know. So, what we're doing from now on is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings, UK time from 10 a.m. We're playing Sims 4, doing our work with me or work with Sims, live streams, Pomodoro, 20 minutes, focus, 10 minutes, 15 minutes chatting time. You know, the drill. Then, and this is what we're doing now, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, starting at 2 p.m. UK time, we do Paralives. And we're going to do a bunch of things in Paralives, gameplay, challenges, create a para and so on and so forth. We're just gonna have loads of fun in the game, and again, really looking forward to it. Today is special. Today we are going to be we're gonna be creating a new para. In fact, we're creating Echo Moon's partner in Paralives. So we're gonna go to save file number 4. This one is our gameplay, with Gemma Sparkle. This is my own personal save, and this one is like a save that I just have. So we're gonna go into this save. Echo, yay! Opting a changed schedule, unprecedented. I know, right? I never change my schedules. Never, ever. I do, all the time. But, I definitely do. But how are you all doing today? Are we all okay? Are we staying cool or warm, depending on the temperature where you live? Do we all have a drink? If not, quick, go get yourselves a drink. We're big on hydration here, so staying hydrated is a must. And this game is not loading. Come on, load for me. Please load. Please. Please. And the game's like, no. Okay, good. It thought about it. It loaded. Hooray. Okay. Are we? Augie, hi. You ready for battle? Yay! Echo, you've got water. Good. And opting a drink, fantastic idea. It is after 9. Non-alcoholic drink. Opting. Non-alcoholic drink. Okay, so let's go. I want to actually create a new para. There we go. Create new household. Yes, I want to create a new household. Okay. So we're making Echo Moon's partner in Paralives. So let me grab up all of the photos that Echo gave us. Augie's reading I actually got here first. Channel point thing. Augie, first. You're first. You must be first. Opting, yes, we were first. Opting and Augie are the same person, confirmed. By the way, if you are new here, welcome in. I am Muir, and I do life simulation stuff. So Sims 4 and Paralives. I used to play Enzoy, but it didn't like I don't like Krafton's stance on AI and how they treated the Subnautica 2 developers. So I stopped playing Enzoy on stream due to that. And then when my computer just completely decided suddenly that it didn't really like Enzoy either. So I've stopped playing Enzoy completely, but I do still cover the news. So when there's an update or anything, I will mention it very quickly in passing. Where's the, there it is. 2 monitors and about 10 windows opened up. Means that Muir is very, very blind, but it's all good. Okay, so I'm looking at Echo's partner. Okay. Let me get up the more information as well. That's not all of the information that you gave me, Echo. I'm fine. I'm whoops. That's not the right window either. I am 100% well organized. I don't know what you're talking about. Where is Reddit? There it is. So I need to find. Okay, so young adults and checking for information. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. Where everything is fine. Everything is absolutely fine. 5'10". So first we're gonna start by oh my god, way too much open here. Way too much open stuff here. Echo, you don't like Crafton's stance on LGBTQ. Yeah, same. South Korea is a weird country for LGBT people. It's like they acknowledge that LGBT people exist, and on the surface, they're okay with it. And a lot of the people that live in South Korea are fine with LGBT people. But yeah, businesses and the government, it's much like the United States, to be honest. Businesses and government don't like LGBT people, but the actual common person does. It's complicated, but yeah, I agree. Anyone who is not LGBT supportive, words, who needs them? Anyone who is not LGBT supportive does not deserve my money or my time, in my opinion. Okay, so 5'10". So that is about 5'6". So 5'10" is that's 6. Hold on, 6 feet is there. Okay, that's exactly 6 feet. So 5'10" would be about there, roughly. I don't like. I love Paralives. Love this game. Can't get enough. What I don't like is that the height thing is in decimals. So like it's 5 foot or 5.93, for example. Or if you're like 5.5 feet tall, it's 5.5 feet. My brain does not do decimals when it comes to height. So why can't they put inches? Inches would just make so much more sense. It really would. Astana, decimals and height. Yeah, look. Okay, so we got 6 foot right here. Okay, exactly 6 feet tall, right? And then if we go down, we have approximately 5.5 feet tall. And then you go down here to my height, which is about 5 feet. Well, this is 4.99, but still, about 5 feet. But yeah, If you don't do if you can't do decimals, you either have to use a calculator or guesstimate. So me guesstimating, that's about 6 feet. And Echo, you said that your partner Kurt is 5'10", so that would put it at approximately right there, 5.89 ish. Hey Margot, glad to see ya. How you doing? So yeah, it's weird, but there you go. It's just something that I'm gonna have to get used to be honest. Margot, you doing good? Glad to hear ya, and I am just fine as well. So it looks like you, Kurt's, your partner Echo is pretty well built. So I'm not gonna go with like a proper, you know, what is it called? Bodybuilder's physique. You say he's athletic, so I'm gonna go more for a nice toned physique, but not like bodybuilder 8-pack. Okay, unless Echo, unless your partner actually has an 8-pack, in which case let me know and I'll change it. If he does, mildly jealous. I would love to have nice, you know, abs instead of the floppiness in my belly that I currently have. All right, so we're gonna start by doing what I typically do, and we're just gonna get rid of all the clothes so that I can see the body and everything and adjust, be able to adjust accordingly. Echo, he does not have he does not have an 8-pack. Okay, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic. Right, I need to bring up the photos. Oh my god, why? Who is that? That's a Jeebs. Hi, Jeebs. Welcome in. I keep... This photo that you sent me, Echo, I keep getting distracted by your cat. So Echo sent me some photos of her partner that I'm making in Paralives, and I just keep getting distracted by the cat. One of the pictures contains a kitty, and I'm just like, oh, it's kitty. I'm like, okay, look over at the picture. Oh, kitty, look. Echo, he does have tattoos on both arms and chest. Okay, what tattoos does he have? I cannot guarantee that I will have matching ones, but I will try to get something that at least resembles or is a nod to what he actually has. Okay. Oh, the cat is his family's cat, and her name is Mimi. Aw, that is so sweet. That is absolutely adorable. Okay. So, let's see. I'll do the hair and things last. That's typically what I do. But I am going to real quick go into the body. We'll do muscles. I mean, you know, bodybuilder. Let's go athletic. So probably a little bit defined, but not overly so. And body fat. Everyone has a little bit of body fat, and I never put this on zero body fat. So let's do a little bit of body fat. That I think is all right. The photo that you sent me doesn't show his legs, but unless you tell me otherwise, we'll go with that for now. Echo, there's like 4 tattoos in Paralyzed right now. It's a tree on the left arm, a lion on the chest, and baseball on the right. Okay, so this is the right, that's the left. Let's go into tattoos before. That's not tattoos, Muir. That is hey hair. Okay, so a tree. Do I have? Do I have anything resembling a tree? No, I don't. We've got this. But that's on the wrong arm. So let's do that. Okay, so a tree. A tree on the left arm. Left arm. And let's... Is it colored? By any chance? Is it like an actual green tree, or is it a black? Oh, a zombie, not an ombi. Okay. Jeeves, that's an eclectic collection of tattoos. Yeah, you gotta love the main tattoos that are in this game. So a nice green tree there on the left. On the right, we have something baseballish. Okay, so what can I do that's baseballish on the right? Or zombie? We don't have either zombie or baseball. So I think we'll do this to kind of, you know, look to as a nod towards a baseball zombie. We can squint and pretend that that is a baseball. And maybe do that. There we go. Echo, there's no color. Okay, we can change that back. Not a problem. So it is going back there and going hello. Thank you. Do not argue with me, game. There we go. Black. Okay. And then on his chest, we have a lion. I do not have a lion tattoo. So, whoops. Chest. Let's go with... It's nowhere close to a lion, but I think it's the closest that we're gonna be able to do for now. Margo, you're working, so you're lurking, but you'll pop in during your quiet times. Oh, no worries, Margo. I am glad to see ya. So on the chest is, yeah, a lion. So is it like all over the chest, or is it just a smallish one? Echo, it's an animal. Yeah, exactly. At the moment, we kind of have to, you know, kind of like, you know, squint and pretend, squint and pretend. Weirdly, I know that I've got custom content, but weirdly it's not showing up. So yeah, I don't get it, but it's fine. Okay, so yeah, if you squint, it kind of looks like a lion. It's just on his right pec. Okay, cool. So if I move it, right pec, that one. There we go. A nice lion tattoo on the right pectoral muscle. Very nice. I'm wondering. Can I? I'm curious. I know it's dangerous, but I'm wondering. Can I? My brain is thinking, can I make that look more lionish if I put no. No, that makes it look like a dragon with ponytails. So we'll just leave it with that. Jeeves is a scaled slither lion. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so let's start on the face then. Let's go back to body. And move to face. Now I need to bring up the other images. Okay. So hair. Unless he's got a ponytail crunching his hair in the back very tightly, I would say short hair. Am I right? So let's see. Short hair. That's not a million miles off. And that is a kind of a light brownish color. So let's see. Whoops, I don't want bold. We do not want bold mirror. Bold is bad. That or that. I think that's gonna work a bit. Okay, I did not know I could zoom in on my photo thing like that. That's pretty cool. The things you learn when you're trying, when you're messing around with things on your computer. Okay. So I think this is probably going to be the closest hair because as far as hairs are concerned, I mean we got quite a few. But I'm thinking that this one's definitely, to me anyway, looks the most similar. Now, I do want to go ahead and edit and try to get the colors a little bit more realistic. Echo, it's pretty blonde IRL. Okay, so it's actually lighter than it looks. Right. In the photos, his hair looks pretty dark. But if we lighten it, so let's go. No, I don't want to go blue, game. If we go with that instead of the slightly darker that I was looking for or looking at. So that for the hair roots. Let's go with that. The actual hair you say is pretty blonde. So if I go a little bit lighter. And then with the tips, we also go... How does that look, Echo? Is that... Ah. I don't think that's his hair in the back, is it? Is it layered like this? The front is almost exact, but that back, although personally, I love that short back look on hair. This is actually what I would love my hair to be, but Every time I go to the barbers and I'm like, just a little tiny bit off the top, they take like triple the amount. So by the time I get my hair long again, long enough to start looking like this, it's always along the lines of them just chopping off way too much. Barbers never listen. Jeeves, I need a better barber. I probably do, yes. Crispy, hello. How are you doing? Glad to see ya. Unfortunately, Jeeves, I'm kind of limited as to barbers. There's only two barbers in my area. If I want to go farther afield, I could do, but locally, there's only two barbers. And one of them is a good walk, like about a 2 mile walk, whereas the other one is only about a mile walk. So, and that's local. That is about as local as I can get. So let's see. Moving to, let's do eyebrows. And I never make my paras normally, by the way. A lot of people just go straight down the list. I tend to go down the para. So I'll start with the general body and do any large markings, like tattoos. And then I start at the hair and work my way down. So eyebrows. We need more eyebrows. I'm just saying we definitely need more eyebrows. And I do not want to match the hair color for the eyebrows. What I actually want to do is go a little bit darker. But not quite that dark. So maybe no, we said not quite that dark. Maybe about like that. Crispy, you're doing great. You're working on a modern house in Paralyzed at the moment and getting frustrated with stairs and things deleting. Okay, okay. Are they actually deleting or are they moving? because I've found out with Paralyzed in build mode, if you use the advanced tool to make things, to change the shape of something, not the inbuilt, not the normal tool that allows you, that has the arrows, but the one that has the circles with the arrows and the square bits that you can pull and manipulate, that advanced tool. If you use that advanced tool, the items that you change using that advanced tool move. So, like, I thought when I was making a house a while back, or a few days ago, I would go into live mode. I'd build a little bit of the house, go into live mode, use my para, and test to make sure, that the pathing was good, that they could use specific things, furniture and stuff. And then I'd go back into build mode, and the things that I had just put with the advanced module were gone. Not all of them, but a couple of them were gone. And I'm like, that's weird. So I replaced them, as you do. I cheated the money back in and replaced them. Rinse and repeat. Go back into live mode, to test things out, go back into build mode, and more of them would be gone. And I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here? So I scrolled out while I was in build mode. I scrolled out and found all of these beams that I had been using in the advanced mode thing, resizing. They had all moved above the house, like a lot above the house, so that I couldn't see them unless I scrolled out a lot, zoomed out a lot, and then I could see them like 2 stories above the house, just floating there. So Be careful. Be very, very careful because things will like do that. They move on their own. It's so weird. It is so weird. And yes to both. Crispy, you haven't actually messed around with the advanced tool much. You think they need to fine tune that. They 100% need to fine tune it. Luckily, they know about it. I sent them a bug report, and I'm sure a few other people sent them bug reports about it. So they know that it's a thing. So hopefully they're able to fix it because things like that just I mean things should not sprout wings, you know, virtually speaking, and start flying above the house. And what's funny is every time I exited build mode and went back into build mode, they would move a little bit higher. So I had these beams at like right one of them was right above roof level, and then the another one was like half a story above that, and then a third one was like the equivalent of one story above that one. So it looked like there were beams going like in a spiral all the way up to the sky. It was quite mad. Okay. Anyway, while I'm still talking, okay. So I want to change the eyebrow position here just a little bit. So the outer corner height, we want to go down. This actually stays the same. No, up just a little bit. And then the inner corner height, I also want to go very, very carefully down just a bit. And then go in slightly. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's the eyebrows done. The skin tone is way off, but I will fix that. Right now, I'm wanting to get the basic shape of the face done. You know, so the eyes, the shape of the head itself, and the nose and mouth. Then we'll work on skin tone. By the way, Echo, if you see anything that needs to be changed, let me know. And as I see your messages, I will go back and I will change them. Crispy, you really need them to add in proper foundation tool as well, because making rooms and then making them tiny and building on those sometimes isn't working as intended either. Yeah. So I do know that you can use platforms with houses. So you build your room, and then or all of your rooms, and then you can bring the platform up to make, and it like automatically sections itself into a platform or foundation set. You know, the platform section, which is your foundation. And then everything above that is walls. So you might need to tweak the wall height and make the wall height a little bit taller to make up for the foundation or platform height. Do it that way, it works. I've also seen people make foundations out of, pardon me, hiccups. Make foundations out of fences or half walls. So basically what you do is, if I'm remembering correctly, you make your house and then you take a fence and you very carefully draw a fake foundation, which is like your half wall or your fence, right up against the right up against your floor plan. And then you put the walls of the house next to it. It's a bit difficult to explain, but if you go to a YouTuber named Velvet Gaming, Velvet B Gaming, She has a really good tutorial on how to do that. I haven't played around with her way of doing it, with the fences or half walls yet, but it's very interesting looking. So Velvet is really good at building. Right. So let's see. Eyes. It looks like why those are eyelashes. Again, I can't really tell with these photos how long his eyelashes are, but they do look quite good. So I think we'll leave those eyelashes there. They are not black though, so let's do that. Where's okay? Can I just click on my eyes? Thank you. Eye presets. Let's see. Eye presets. That looks like a good starting point. And then we can change that. Actually, no, I don't like that preset. Let me see if I can find a better preset. That one? Or that one? That one. Yep, that one's going to be the best. Okay, good. Crispy, you might try it that way next time. There is a lot to learn. Oh yeah, 100%. And because it's early access, you just know that that as soon as we get used to doing things a certain way, the Paralives devs are going to change it. That's the joys of early access. Things getting changed like on a moment's notice. But it's fine. I'm absolutely here for it. I love this game. And the fact that they're going to be changing things around quite a bit and often is absolutely fine with me. I don't mind. Don't mind at all because it just means, that the game's going to get better and better. And yeah, absolutely fine with that. Eyelid pinch. Yeah, I definitely want that down a bit. The lower lid curvature is actually about there. The eyelid depth. Yeah, the crease on Kurt here is fairly deep, so we'll go with that. Ooh, whoa. No. We'll leave that. Okay. Whoa, that's a bit glitchy. So, that's a bit, yeah, we do not want holes in our eyelids. Thank you very much. We definitely do not want holes in our eyelids. I think that's actually pretty good. I'm not very happy with the curvature there. And the eye position needs a little bit of tweaking as well. Not much though, just a little tiny bit. How does that look on the side? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Okay. Crispy, speaking of early access, you wonder what will happen to builds already uploaded to the Steam Workshop during early access. Are using early access stairs and roofs once they finally add an advanced stairs and roofing? Like, will it break the builds? It might do, yeah. So, personally, what I plan on doing is... Because right now, I think I've got one build and one or two households up on the Steam Workshop. So my plan is every major update. So when they say that when they update something and say, oh, this is going to work on new saves only, then what I plan on doing is going through, not all of my builds, but right now all of them because I only have a few. But I'll go through like my most popular builds and make sure that they still work. And if they do, if they don't, then I'll update them and update the Steam Workshop version. So, but yeah, chances are that huge updates, like when they add in advanced stairs and roofing, chances are that some things will break. So always best to be safe than sorry. Okay, so you know what? This nose, I think, is actually pretty spot on. Let me grab the side-on view here. And change just a little bit. But pretty much, this is nearly spot on. Alright, so I want to go in just a little bit. We want the tip of the nose more like that. Then that there. Trying to get the the bump on the nose there a little bit evened out. You're gonna be an absolute pain in the neck, aren't you, game? That's really close, though. That's not bad. I mean, that looks pretty much spot on from the front. Pinch in the upper nose width a little bit. Pinch in that just a bit. The nose tip size should probably go down a little bit as well. The nose tip width. Actually, right about there. And then the nostril shape. Echo, it looks great. Fantastic. By the way, if there is lag, feel free to refresh. YouTube is notorious for like major, not lag, but major, time difference. Delay, that's the word. Major delay. So yeah, if you think that there's more than like a 5 to 10 second delay, feel free to refresh on YouTube, and that usually fixes it. Echo, his hair is like a blonde brown though. Okay, so not this blonde. Gotcha. We can fix that. more of a blondish brown. So let's see. So if we do more like that, and then make the tips less blonde as well. He does have, I mean, it looks like, according to these photos, it looks like he has pretty dark roots. Is that true? You're literally at a doctor's appointment right now. No worries. Hope everything goes well with the appointment. So it looks like we get like lighter as we go. Let's see. Let's do blondish brown. So we'll do that. And the roots. That's so good. Oh, fantastic. Glad that it's looking good. We don't want to give him premature gray hair. So let's... There we go. That is slightly darker. Fact. There we go. It can take me a while. I tend to be super picky with details when I'm making my own self in games like this. I am so picky. Like, I mean, I scrutinize every little square centimeter of my face, you know? That's good. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so next up we want to do the... Let's do the mouth and take a look at the presets. Now, he's got a mustache and a very epic beard. So I can't really see his upper lip because of the mustache, but it looks like we'll go with maybe not quite that big. Nope. I love looking at these presets. Maybe that one. Don't worry, we're tweaking this. We are definitely tweaking this. Actually that. Yes, we'll start with that. And then we're going to move it up a little bit. Go with a little bit farther out for the depth. And then for the lower lip, make it a little bit more rounded. Perfect-ish. Then we'll control the depth of the lower and upper lips. I think... Give him a bit of a smile. Because, you know, smile, right? Upper lip shape will round that out as well. Then lower it down, and now I'm part of me is like, let's do the beard and then the face, but I think I want to do the face first. As in, like, you know, the facial shape first. So presets, I'm thinking maybe... Nope, that's not right. Maybe like that for the starter. Ah, no. Sorry, that just overrid everything that I did. No. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back. Okay. Facial structure. Here we go. This is what I want. Okay. It's fine. Oh my goodness. That scared the living daylights out of me. I'm like, no, all of the hard work that I did. All of the hard work. Okay, ears. You know what? I think that is actually pretty good. That's not too bad. The ears are a little bit higher than what the real person's ears are. But let me see if I can there we go. See if I can fix that. Ear rotation, ear position. Here we go. So about like that. And down. And then about like that. Ear lobes, approximately there. And the ear rotation. That's not bad. That is not a million miles off. Hold on. Crispy English Simmer said something in a recent video. She said that she hopes that the Paradevs will make it so that changing the face presets doesn't change the skin tone as well. Yes, that is 100% a need be. I can understand why. Actually, I can understand the thought behind it, because it is under skin color. So they're probably thinking, oh, it's you're not actually choosing the shape of the face, you're choosing the skin color. But each skin color has the faces are different. So yeah, it shouldn't. I agree with English Simmer. By the way, I absolutely love Molly. She is such a nice person. But yeah, I completely agree with her. They should not change the skin color. Skin color's up here. There's no reason for the face presets to change the skin color when you've got that up here. So, sorry, blue. So yeah, it just does not make any sense at all to me. However, I am going to lighten. Yeah, he's not pink. We're gonna lighten up his skin tone a little bit there. Speaking of skin, so go with that for the base. The natural blush. Let's bring that down. Give him. By the way, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the blush in this game, but I love it. I absolutely love the natural blush because we all have, along your nose and cheeks, they're always a different color to what your forehead is or your jawline. And I absolutely love that they've done that. So I actually want this to be... We're going to make this a little bit more pink. I want it... Whoa, I don't want it purple. I don't want... Oh, whoa. What's happening? Maybe a little bit more red. A little bit lighter. Maybe that. I'm looking at these photos and trying to get the redness of his cheeks and nose a little bit, but that's not what I'm looking for. That is definitely not what I want. Maybe that. Or that? Yes, right there. That's good. That is what I want. And I also want a little bit of red for the highlights. Because I'm just looking, and the highlights in the lighting of the photos you've given me, Echo, are quite... They're not bright like that. They're more along the lines of... Actually, more along the lines of like that. About, yeah, right about like that. That's not bad. Okay, that's looking good. The lips are quite red. I am jealous. Seriously. I love people. Any gender of person whose lips are in such a deep shade of red that it looks like they're wearing lip gloss or lipstick all the time. Uh, I absolutely love it. And people are like, Mira, you're weird, but I can't help it, you know? I literally cannot help it. Right, I want something that's like a proper red, not purple, Mira, not purple. I want like a proper cherry red. Can we do that? I think that's okay. I think that's okay. The skin, we're going to make just a little bit darker. Not much. Just give them a little tiny bit of a bit of a suntan, you know? Little sun-kissed. Not much. And I think... The shadows, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, the shadows aren't what you think. The shadows, you would think that shadows would be, you know, like the shadows under your eyes, or the shadow underneath your chin, you know, on your neck that your chin makes. In Paralives, it's not. It's more the lines. So, like, let me make this super dark so you can see here how, you know, some of the muscle definition shows up. So some of the shadows work, but these are also, the shadows are also your lines. So as you go darker, it's more like more cell shaded. And if you go, you know, same if you go lighter, it gives you that backward cell shading. So it's getting that right balance so that you can see the shadows of like the muscle definition and underneath the chin, but also getting the balance right of the lines. If you don't like this outline look too much. So trying to get that properly balanced can be a pain, but I think I think that is a nice balance. And Crispy Sims, there are some aspects to Create a Para that could do with a rethink. English Simmer also said that the global face icon should be at the top instead of the eyes, since you'd customize the global face first. Yeah, organization-wise, there needs to be a little bit of change. Like, for example, and this annoys me, if you go into facial structure and you click on ears, you notice there's nothing over here. So there's absolutely no sliders for the ears. And you would think that there would be sliders here under facial structure ears, but there aren't. If you want to go and get to the ears sliders, you have to go into body and, or is it's weird. You have to go, oh yeah, you have to go into the actual face and face presets to get the ear sliders. So you would think that there would be ear sliders under facial structure and ears, but there isn't. So yeah, I just some of the things, in my opinion, either need sliders putting, redundant sliders, or the sliders moving to a different section. So Echo Moon, welcome back. Welcome back. Crispy, that shadow customization would make for some great supernaturals. Yes. There's so much you can do in this game with these settings, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so cheekbone position. Pretty low cheekbones. I mean, my cheekbones are literally right here. I have very high but very large cheekbones. So my cheekbones go from like literally here to here. But and they're yeah. So my cheekbones are literally like here. Pretty high cheekbones. They're not very prominent though. But Kut's cheekbones look to be pretty low. So we'll try there. And jawline shape, fairly rounded. Chin shape, again, can't really tell because of the beard. This is where beards make it really difficult to make faces in games like this, but it's good. It's good. Okay, so we got that. We've got mouth height, so the mouth needs to come up. The mouth size, actually, I think the mouth size is perfect. Then we've got the cheeks, so let's round out the cheeks, because I mean that's way too thin. So if we round them out a little bit, and hello, where's my thing? I'm like trying to find all of these windows. I've got way too many windows open, by the way. Okay, so let's see. We go with that. And then we go cheeks. Actually, that's not too bad. The face is still bothering me. So... Crispy, you'll be honest, you can't wait till we can make cats, dogs, and horses in creative. Oh my god, yes. I am so looking forward to being able to have pets in this game. Keeping your fingers crossed, we also get small pets like birds, spiders, snakes, and fish. Birds, yes. I would love to have some of my childhood pets as pets in this game. So, you know, cockatiels, finches, and so on. And parakeets. I had all of them when I was when I was a little kid. We had finches, we had a cockatiel. I had two finches. They were a mated pair named Bob and Sherry. Our cockatiel was named Fred. And then I had a couple of budgies or parakeets. Later on, you know, when I was slightly older, you know, I was about like 9 and 10, something like that when we had the parakeets. I can't remember their names though. I want to say one of them's name was I think they were Skeeter and Scooter. That sounds that's ringing a bell. Skeeter and Scooter. And then I had an entire aquarium full, absolutely full of fish, ranging from goldfish to goldfish, guppies, tetras. Even had a few neon fish. They were absolutely beautiful. Loved watching the fish. I would sit on the desk that our fish tank was on, and I would do my homework. In quotation marks, I would do my homework, but in reality, I just have the book open in front of me, and I'd end up watching the fish for hours on end instead of doing my homework. You know, as you do, right? As you do. All right, so let's see. Jaw depth. I think that's pretty good. Jaw height. Yes. Adam's apple prominence, I cannot tell. But let me tell you something. This is a little bit of a pet peeve about Paralives. I do not like the Adam's apple prominence setting in this game. The prominent Adam's apple on the side view is way too lumpy. I like the prominent Adam's apple from the front, but from the side, it looks weird. So as a general rule, I tend to turn the Adam's apple prominence off on all of my paras, just because I don't like the side view at all. Hey, Christine, how are you doing? Glad to see ya. And then the neck, let's thicken the neck up a little bit. I think we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. How are you liking this so far, Echo? Is this okay, or is there anything that you would like me to tweak? I haven't gotten to the details of the, you know, like the circles under the eyes yet. We haven't gotten there. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do next, is go for the highlights. I'm actually gonna go for that for the highlights, because in every photo that you've shared with me, that does not seem to be the highlight of his eyes, which is a bit odd. So I think we're going to go with that, and I'm actually going to make it a little bit less, drop down the opacity, and change the color to something a little bit more golden. along the lines of that. And I still need to make the eye colors as well, so we'll get to that. But first, I want to work on the circles under the eyes. So, no, they're not that bad. Okay, we'll go with this. We'll change the opacity just a little. You know what, actually, that's not working either. Let's go with this one instead. Okay, color swatches. Let's go down. Let's make it brown. And go... something like that. Ah! I keep wanting to click. Instead of right-clicking, I keep wanting to just click on it to bring up the style creation. And it's kind of low-key annoying. Not gonna lie. Okay, so if I Control-C, Control-V, and Control-V, that's not bad. Although, okay, that's with... hold on. That's without. That's with. Without, with. I think... let me try this one. Yeah, I think this original one, not that bottom one, this one. This one is definitely going to work better. Okay, we'll go with that. That's good. That's good. Echo, Christine, you're feeling sick. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. It seems to be something going around. Because a lot of people that I've spoken with today haven't been feeling well. So I hope you're alright. Hope you get better soon. Echo, what about eye color? Did you miss that? Nope. Haven't missed the eye color yet. We've not quite gotten there. I'm getting there. I am getting there. So let's see. Eyes. He's got like an aqua eye color. They're really pretty. Okay. So aqua is like a bluish green. I'm thinking turquoise. So if we start off with like a turquoise color, and then we can go from there. So how do you spell turquoise? Turquoise? Yeah, that's it. Turquoise hex. Okay. Can I just say, I freaking love that we can do that. We can look up hexadecimal colors, and I freaking love it. I absolutely freaking love that we can do this. Seriously. Seriously love this. Echo Moon. Okay, what do you think? Is this good? Actually, I think I'm going to make the inner iris a little bit darker, just so you can see the difference between the actual iris and you know, the inner color. Oh, you know what? That is a gorgeous eye color. Not gonna lie, that is such a gorgeous eye color. A little bit lighter. So if we go with that, and let's make this a little bit lighter as well. So something like that. So he has really light blue eyes then. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the corona or, the outer eye. For some reason, that is always super dark. Crispy, we can do heterochromia, yeah. To do heterochromia, I actually covered it in my latest video. I went through the entire para maker in my latest video. It's like a 20 minute, 20 hour, oh my god, a 20-minute long video that goes through all of the different settings. But in a nutshell, for heterochromia, you just click this, the button next to the dice that kind of looks like a bisected square. And by clicking that, you can edit the para's right side or edit the para's left side. So like if we click edit para's right side, and then I click this purple, there you go. I'm not actually going to click it, but if I hover over, that shows you right there. The right side is purple, and then you got the nice aqua turquoise blue on the other one. Echo. His eyes are so oh goodness, that color is gorgeous. Christine, I'm doing just fine, thank you very much. I went on a walk this afternoon during our break after this morning stream. Tired myself out because I walked fast. I needed to cover nearly 2 miles in less than an hour. So I generally, my typical walking pace is about 2 miles an hour, and I had to get back here, and I had to cover those 2 miles and get back here before that hour was up. So I speed walked, sorry, not speed ran. I speed walked the 2 miles and managed to do it in just under an hour. So about 55-ish minutes. I was out of breath by the time I got back home. But I'm all better now. Crispy, you hate to say it, but The Sims 4 could never. I know, right? There we go. Also, can I just say that I love that you can hover over the different swatches to see what it actually will look like on your para. It's so cool to be able to do this without actually clicking to get the preview, you know? It's just so nice. All right, so let's see. We need facial hair. We're gonna go with a long beard. And the only beard that we can really go with is this one. I really wish, by the way, I really wish that we could do with, okay, let me show you something. Short beard, okay? You can layer a long beard and a short beard. I mean, how neat does that look? How cool does that look? The fact that you can layer it, and it makes the beard look a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. Crispy, speaking of build mode, you know they plan on adding in functional cars and bikes in the future, but you do hope they add in some decor, cars and vans. Yes, that would be really nice. Just having some decor stuff would be really cool. Okay, so we got, but I love this. The fact that we can do this is really cool. However, we cannot take a mustache. Like, for example, let's say I want this mustache. I can't take this mustache and layer it over a long beard. But yet we can take a short beard and layer it over a long beard, or layer it under a long beard. I really want And of course, we can take a goatee and put it over a short beard as well. I would love to be able to take a long beard and a mustache and layer a mustache over a long beard, just because this mustache does not do it does not do your partner justice at all, Echo. Not at all. However, I am going to go ahead and we are going to layer the short beard underneath the long beard, just so we get... Actually, I think I might do that one. Just so that we get that full... what is it called? The full beard, you know, going all the way up to the hairline. Sideburns, that's it. Just so we get the full sideburns there. Crispy the facial hair layering is amazing. It is. It's really cool. Black Ice, hey Griffin, how you doing? How are we feeling about Paralives? I am loving this game. I really am. It is so nice. Okay, I want to edit this. Oh, wait. Okay, this is another annoyance. So, okay. Echo, I need your help. Your partner's beard, is that really blonde, or is it gray? Because, okay, so I can only do one color. That's another thing that annoys me, that we can only do one color in the beards as well. We can't have streaked beards. Why? Why can we not have streaked beards? Come on. Give me gray streaked beards. It would be so nice. Echo, it is blonde. Fantastic. But yeah, I can fix that then. But yeah, blonde. There we go. A really nice... Actually, can we... Let me edit this and make it very, very blonde. There we go. This is about the closest that we can get to two-toned beards. I would love to be able to make the actual beard streak, you know, like lots of blonde highlights, but I can't. This is literally the closest that I can get, but we'll have to deal with it, I think. But I think the face is looking pretty good, to be honest. Black Eyes, I'm not allowed to have fun. That's for the DLC. Luckily, all DLC and future updates to this game are free. The devs do not believe in charging for DLC, which I think is seriously awesome of them. 100% awesome. Okay, let's go into clothing. Okay. So, hoodies and jeans. Right. What do you think? I mean, we got 6 different hoodies to choose from here. Actually, that's a jumper. That is not a hoodie. That's a hoodie, though. So, I think let's go with that. we're gonna change the color of this just a bit. We're gonna make this a really nice dark green because that is what your partner's photo looks like. That looks, it's a bit, there we go. So we'll start with that. So how does it look so far, Echo? Is there anything that I need to change, or does it look pretty good in your opinion? How close have I gotten to how your partner actually looks? I am kind of tempted. Let me try the beard again, because my brain is like that beard is a little bit too long. But if we go like that, it doesn't look bushy enough. So I think we're gonna have to go with this longer one, just because this does not do him justice at all. This looks a lot more like him than anything else. Game, will you please stop? Stop taking off the short beard. Cut it out. Echo Moon, you like it? It looks like he has eyeliner on though. That's the eyelashes. Yeah, he's not actually wearing any makeup. That is literally his eyelashes. Echo, you agree regarding the beard. Cool. Jeeves, it worked out well for Hello Games and No Man's Sky not having paid for a DLC. Exactly, yeah. I mean, fair enough. You know, in my opinion, if the DLC is absolutely massive, as in like enough content to be almost like a separate game, then yeah, I would actually not hesitate to buy that kind of DLC. You know, that big, almost like a second games type of DLC. But if it's just like a small amount of content that adds, you know, like extra clothes, or you know, like 30 or so pieces of build mode, it doesn't warrant it. You know, it should be free. It should definitely be free. Echo, you told him this was happening and he's so amused. Oh, that's really sweet. Someone would is really nice. You know, loads of people are really nice and making him in Paralives. Okay, so he's almost giving James Turner but blonde vibes, Crispy. I like it. I like it. Right. So I have noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, but does your partner have a mole right here on his right side? Like where the you know, the mouth crease is? Is there a small marking or a small mole right there? It looks like there is in the photo, but I cannot 100% tell. It might just be shadow. So yeah, if are there any markings on his face, in the ways of moles or scars or anything that I am not seeing on the photo or anything? No, that's it. Okay, I won't put that down then. Crispy, not the zit. Also, does he have freckles? Because that's the thing that's not that normally doesn't show up in photos unless there's like an absolute ton of. Um. So yeah, let's see, what can we do here? No freckles or anything. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Right. That's pretty... I'm tempted to lighten his eyebrows. Not me being picky. Oh, no, no, no. Not that light. Maybe... Yeah, that definitely looks a bit better. Yeah, let's go with slightly lighter eyebrows. This is me just starting to second guess myself now. Okay, clothing, mirror, pay attention to the clothes. And now that I look at it, now his eyes. Oh, mirror. Stop it. Okay, eyeballs. Eyes. Let's make his eyes a little bit... Okay, that needs to go like that. Okay, because I'm looking at the close-up face photo that you sent me, and his eyes do not quite look right. I have to be really careful though, because the eyes do glitch quite a bit if you're not careful. Like if you're on the upper or lower extremes of some of these sliders, they do tend to glitch quite a bit. Okay, I'm happier with that. I'm happier with that, definitely. Opting, so not glaucoma, just eye glitches. Exactly, Opting. I'm the only one who can have who can have glaucoma and paralyze. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would rather not have glaucoma at all, to be honest. But it is what it is. Am I right? Okay, so we got the nice green hoodie here. Trousers. Where am I? Jeans. Ripped or not ripped? Opting, I'd rather not have glaucoma. Muir, hot takes Sims. I do love the sheer amount of colors that you can have here. So I mean, you know, options, jeans options. We got slightly ripped. We have very ripped, stonewashed, not ripped. Okay. Let's actually, let's go with a darker. That one. So we got the jeans, we got the green hoodie. I'm happy with the eyes now that they're zoomed out. Yeah, I'm definitely, I think the eyes are pretty spot on. I'm gonna do his posture in a minute because the posture is good, but it's annoying me that his head is up so high. So I'm hoping that I can change that a little bit. Weird question, Echo. I am so sorry I have to ask that I'm going to be asking this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I'm starting to blush here. How prominent is your partner's badonkadonk? It's not a question I thought I would be asking today, but but there you go. Oh gosh. I'm glad you're seeing the humor there. Go, Crispy. Oh my god. Jeeves, is it a badonkadonk or is it just a butt? Oh my goodness. Crispy, you just choked on your drink. I am so sorry. I did not mean to make you choke. See, someone athletic needs better calf muscles than that. There we go. That's a bit better. Medium prominent badonkadonk. Okay, so we're not talking, Kardashian wine glass on a type of badonkadonk. More, and we're not talking, flabby jeans badonkadonk. We're talking maybe something along the lines of right about there. Just not quite exactly in the middle, but something to make it look like more athletic type of build. It's a good tush, but not a massive badonkadonk. Okay. Thanks for the clip there, Optane. Oh yeah, gotta love it. Okay, last thing about the body, foot size. And I am talking about the foot size. Um, Size 5? This is, I mean, like small feet, or are we talking like needs to go to a special shoe store to buy shoes type of size? Or more average. So yeah, tiny feet or longer. I'm thinking like was it my housemates? One of my housemates feet has like a size 12 UK foot, which is pretty big. It's about the largest that you can get. There are people shops don't always carry a size 12. Around here you got to go to specific shops or specific shoe stores to get a size 12. Likewise, like the smallest feet, I got tiny feet. My feet are a size 5.5 UK, and I cannot get men's shoes in my size, not without spending about £300. And I don't have £300 to spend on a single pair of shoes. So I have to get women's shoes. Average, no flippers. Okay, so we're talking about there. There we go. Echo, you don't know UK sizes. Okay. But yeah, the smallest men's size that you can get here in the UK is a size 6. That is literally the smallest that any shoe store or place that sells shoes sells in the men's department here in the UK. If you have a smaller foot than a size 6, then you have to go either into the kids section or the women's section, which can be I don't mind the women's shoes, but when I'm looking for a nice dress shoe, heels, just stilettos, just don't do it for me. So I usually end up getting like a black pair of super shiny trainers. when I need dress shoes. Everyone that knows me understands. You know, if you know, you know. Um, but yeah, and then like I said, my housemate is a size 12, and he has to go to a specialized shoe shop, just or special order. Like he has to go into a shoe shop and say, yeah, I want these shoes, but I need them in a size 12. Can you order me a pair? So, which, you know, some places will do, some places won't. It's a bit of a pain, but there you go. Okay. This is looking pretty good, I think. Let's continue with clothing. Formal. Sorry, I am not a fan of a lot of the formal clothes in this game. Um, like, I mean, like the shirts. Like this, to me, just, yeah, I'm not a fan. Um, but I'm thinking dangerous. Very, very dangerous for me to think. But I'm thinking this hoodie. So we've got this one that has the ties around the hood for, you know, casual wear. Formal wear, we've got the zipper hooded hoodie. And let's see what swatches we've got. We got a green. We have a green. So we can go with that. We could also, if we wanted to, by the way, have any of you played around with Paralive's layering system? In some instances like this, it doesn't really, you know, you can't tell that there's a shirt there. But I do like it. Can I take that off? Oh, that's weird. It's not letting me deselect. Oh wait, I have to pick none. There we go. Yeah, in some instances you can't see the undershirt, which is a waste in my opinion, but I do like the idea of the layering system. I just do. Okay, so trousers. We'll go with those for the jeans, for, you know, the whatchamacallit, the formal jeans. Also, we need shoes. We need shoes. I nearly forgot shoes. What kind of shoes does your partner wear, Echo? Just typical sneakers? Loafers? Flip-flops? Pink Crocs? Wait, he's not Carl. Sorry. He is not Dungeon Crawler Carl. Also, hands up if you know who Dungeon Crawler Carl is. If you're a regular on this channel, you will definitely know Dungeon Crawler Carl. But, thanks, Optane. And Jeeves, thanks. Are you all having fun over there? Apparently there's no cooldown on the exclamation DCC command. Evidently. It's about to change, fam. Echo work boots. Okay, cool. So let's see. Work boots. Let's see, that's goth. We'll go with this. We'll go with these boots for the work boots. And we'll go with a nice dark brown. I've got a pair of work boots. They're hiking boots. Timberland hiking boots. Absolutely love them. They are a fantastic boot. They are water resistant, they're comfortable, all sorts of things. Absolutely love them. And the ones I tend to go for when I buy new pairs, I tend to go for like a dark brown. Um, if you've never had Timberland boots, oh my gosh, you gotta try them. Seriously, they are the best. My current pair of Timberland boots that I have had them, and I wear them quite often. You know, anytime I go hiking for more than like two, if I hike for more than 2 miles, I will put them on. Or if it's been raining and I want to go for a walk, I'll put them on because they're waterproof. But I have had these boots for, I would say, about 8 years, and they're still in pretty good condition. The tread is getting a little bit thin. So I do need to replace them. But for a pair of boots to last 8 years, that is absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. Echo, he's here. Hi, here. I'm Muir. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm not sorry. What am I saying? I am definitely not sorry. Nope, nope, not at all. You know what? I want to make a greenish color um boot. Just because just because um I'm talking about my own boots, and I want to make I want to make them, you know. Just saying. Well, that's emerald green. We don't want emerald green. We want more like a dusky greenish color. There we go. Crispy, not the dad joke. Go, Kurt, say hi to the nice people. Kurt, this is your chance. This is your chance, Kurt, to literally type in the chat, hello to the nice people. Channel your inner dad joke comedian. By the way, I love dad jokes. Can you tell? Dad jokes are like the best thing ever. Everyone likes dad jokes. Echo, he says he looks like a nerd. Well, I mean, this is the formal wear. There's the casual. How's that? Is that a little bit better? It's hard with formal wear to not look like a nerd, you know? Okay. Now there's one thing that I really wish that they had in this game. And that is the ability to add images to clothing. Because I would really love to be able to make, or to put a hoodie with like an image on the chest of the hoodie, or t-shirts, or whatever. I would love to be able to add my own images to my to the clothes and the Paramaker. It would be so cool. Echo, you think he looks great? What does he know? Now the question is, Echo, do you think it looks like him? Hold on. Yeah, do you think that this looks enough like your like Kurt? I do wish the hair was slightly different. Like, the hair is quite short in the back. Oh my god, I did not notice that there is a word here on the back of that jumper. That's hilarious. But yeah, I would like the back to be, instead of like all shaggy like that, I would have liked it to be all one length. But unfortunately, we don't have hair length sliders. How awesome would hair length sliders be to be able to change the actual length of the hair? Oh, I would give my left teeth for that. Echo, somewhat you think his face is a little long. I was thinking that as well. The beard is partly to blame. Um but if I bring down the jaw height to make it look his face make his face look a little bit less long. And then I can also change the jawline depth. I think, there we go. How does that look any better? Makes it look, makes his face look a little bit less long. What's the word? My brain is all I can think of is the dad joke of why the long face when looking at a horse. I am so sorry. That's way more accurate. Fantastic. Jeebs is lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk, Jeebs. I appreciate it, my friend. I hope you have a good day. Are you off to pick up the munchkin? Crispy, you just made your own custom shower bath and towel rack. You used the disability wall rail, and then you found a blanket item that you shifted into place on the rail, and then changed the texture to linen. That is awesome. I love that, Crispy. Seriously, that is smart. That is definitely smart. Elongated. That would be the word, Crispy. Thank you. my brain just goes into weird mode sometimes, you know? It's all I can say. Okay, let's see. For the, no, not that one. Ooh, I do like that. Can we go with a more, there we go. Nice jeans, hoodies and jeans all the way down. By the way, I would love to have this hoodie IRL. I loved this glitched look. And the text back here is pretty good as well. Again, I wish we could change the, the text on articles of clothing, and add items and such like, just because I would love that level of customability. But I think it's good. Crispy, the Paradevs actually just responded to your clutter items feedback as well, so hopefully we'll get some actual towel rails soon. Aw, no. Wait a minute. We don't have any towel rails in Paralives? Seriously. My brain is like, surely we've had, I mean, how? My brain's just like, what? We don't have towel rails? Because I have to admit, I haven't looked all the way through the clutter, because there's a lot of clutter. But for there not to be any towel rails, that makes my brain just go bleh. Okay, shoes. We need to go into boots. And, we'll just go back into these regular boots here. And let's go with a nice black for these. You know, I'm sure you all agree that for every style of outfit, you need a different pair of shoes. Even if even if they're the same shoe, they need to be at least a different color. Like, take me for example. I have a I've got a pair of formal shoes. Yes, they're trainers, but they're black, like pure black, sparkly, not sparkly, but they look like leather, like shiny leather. They're trainers, but they're shiny leather. Yeah, go. Well, they look like shiny leather. Go figure. But those are like my formal shoes. Then I've got my everyday shoes, which are a pair of trainers, Skechers brand, that I got on sale because sales rule. So I actually have two pairs of trainers for everyday wear. One is black with white soles, and the other one is black with black soles. Same brand, same model of trainer, just slightly different colors. Again, I got them both on sale, so you know. And then I've got my hiking boots for fitness for when I go on long hikes. And then I've got a pair of house shoes for when my feet get cold during the winter, because I normally only wear socks during the day. I cannot go barefoot. I have to wear at least socks. But during the winter, even socks aren't enough to keep my feet warm. So I've got these nice house shoes that are really hard soled, so I don't slip and fall. Because I'm getting old. I'm 50 next year. So I definitely need all of that. Okay, pajamas. Pajamas, Echo. Kurt, what do you usually Kurt, I'm talking to you. I'm actually going to talk to Kurt here. What do you usually wear for pajamas, Kurt? Because I'm looking at these photos, and the close-ups, I'm seeing t-shirt. So part of me kind of wants to go with something along the lines of not a sports t-shirt, like this, but go with white. Echo, he won't talk. Aww. That's okay. If you're not used to talking with people on live streams, it's fine to be a bit hesitant to talk or a bit shy. I used to be the same. Oh my gosh, when I first heard about live streaming back in 2012 was the first time I had ever heard about live streaming. And I was so shy. I would watch people stream. I would never talk in other people's streams because I was too shy to type in the chat. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'll give live streaming a try. I tried it. I did 3 live streams back in 2012, but I was so shy that I refused to talk in the mic, and I didn't even have my camera up. You know, my live cam on. It was just the game, and yeah, I was just so shy. It took me forever, to get my confidence level up enough to be able to actually talk while live streaming, as well as talking to other people while they were live streaming. It's amazing. Echo rude. It's actually fine. Crispy Sims, we don't have towel rails. It's weird, isn't it? We also don't have a dinner knife or a dinner spoon, but we have a lone dinner fork. I mean, who needs a spoon or a knife when you have a fork? Maybe the dinner fork in Paralives is like one of those camping camping cutlery that you can get that is a spoon, a fork, and a knife in one. Have you ever seen those? They are so weird. It's like a spork, so you have the bowl of the spoon, and then on the end of the spoon, you've got the tines of the fork, and then on the side, so like one side of the spoon is like flat instead of rounded. On one side is a serration for the knife. Yeah, it's so weird. It is so weird looking. And no, the knife doesn't work. The knife never works on stuff like that. But there you go. And Echo, so yeah, boxer briefs. Okay, so no long pants for that. Do we have boxer briefs? Shorts. Pajamas. We do. We have boxer briefs. Sadly, we don't have heart-shaped, we don't have boxer briefs with hearts on them. I'm disappointed. Alex, Jeremy, Anna, Paralive Devs team. Why? We need... In order for me to make Dungeon Crawler Carl, we need heart boxers. White boxers with red love hearts on them. We need them. 100%. Okay. I'm thinking, boxer shorts. Let's see. Crispy, you're a boring person. You literally own one single pair of trainers, and you'll just buy the same pair when they get worn out. And Echo, good for you. Look at me now. I try. I still cannot talk very well, but I do try. Okay. Echo, what do you think? Do you think tartan but green? Tartan but green. And maybe make that... There we go. Tartan but green. We gotta keep with the green theme, you know? We gotta keep with the green theme. Sure, okay. Okay. So, slippers, yes or no? Out of curiosity. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I haven't put socks on them. And I hope that's okay. The reason I haven't put socks on them is literally because you can't see them. So usually in this game, and in any character creation, any game with character creation, if I can't see the article of clothing, then I generally don't put them in because I'm lazy. All of my energy goes towards making the person look like the person that I'm trying to make them look like, and when it comes to clothing, I'm just like that. My by the time I get to clothing, my energy is just kind of a little bit on the tired side. Now slippers for the pajamas. Crispy, you can't see them, but you know they're there. Slippers wise, the only ones we have are these Crocs with spikes, regular Crocs, or open-heeled slippers. And of course, I can change the colors of them. But I'm not really certain on which ones to use. Also, the socks. I am so sorry to the Paralives team. I'm not a fan of the socks in this game. I mean, you know, I'm not a huge fan. I am looking forward to them for them to make better socks and more varied socks at some point. And I'm hoping that they do. I'm really hoping that they do. Okay, let's see. Slippers, though. We could go with a nice, like, off-whitish gray to match the shirt. Also, can I just say the idle animations in this I freaking love. I just love the idle animations. They're literally just nice and calm and not at all, exaggerated. So I don't have to worry about the parrot suddenly moving around and flailing his arms while I'm trying to, like, tweak his face or try to tweak something tiny on some small little detail, and suddenly they start flailing all over themselves in The Sims. Yeah, I'm so glad we don't have that in this game. Okay. This is where I really need your help, Echo. We need to make Kurt have a personality. Right now, he is a blank slate with extremely gorgeous eyes. But we need all of this. We need a physique, mind, creativity, and charisma. So I'm thinking physique should probably be, just looking at Kurt's Echo, he's gone now, thank God. So I'm thinking physique, a 3. Just because you say he's quite athletic. So I'm giving him a really nice high physique. What do you think for the other ones? We've got 4 other points, so mind, creativity, and charisma. How would you like me to divvy these up? You agree with the physique points? Good. Fantastic. So yeah, we've got 4 points. So I do not know Kurt in the slightest. So I have no idea here. So 2 in mind. Okay. 1 in creativity and 1 in charisma. Nice. All right. He'd be so mad. Alright, vibe. Overjoyed. I don't see him as being a gloomy. Just based off of his photos, I don't see him as being a gloomy person. So, overjoyed, energetic, serious, or jester. The energetic parafolk are the really active ones, by the way. So if you want to really lean into his athletics, I would recommend energetic. But I'll wait for your decision. Social perks, we have good at being alone, good at making friends, good at taking care of others, good at romantic relationships, or good at cooperating. Echo IRL, he's a mix of serious and jester. Okay. Shall we make him serious then? Because the Jester is quite difficult to play. So if you decide to play this para, play this household, um, Jester is quite difficult. So we'll put him as serious vibe if that's all right. And you can always choose something to off to counterbalance the serious. You feel like Jester would be annoying, yeah. So yeah, social perk. What do you think? He's like sarcastic, deadpan, funny. Ah, okay. I know the type there. He's like, have you heard of the comedian Jack D? Jack D is, at least over here in the UK, he's famous for his deadpan comedy routines. He never smiles, but his level of sarcasm and humor are like way up here. He is so funny. Echo, he's good at taking care of others. Okay. And talent. Jack of all trades, music, fitness, art, technology, food, or nothing. By the way, just as an aside, I made a good at nothing para. A good at nothing Jester para. And oh my goodness. You want to talk about a difficult game to play. That para is so hard to play. Crispy, Jack is so amusing with the blunt humor. Oh, he so is. I love Jack D. As far as being I don't know what he's like, personality wise or acceptance wise towards like LGBT people, but his comedy is really good. And while you're thinking about talent, Echo, um, is Kurt vegetarian, and what are his sleeping habits and cleaning habits like? This is where you really get to spill the tea. So either food or fitness. Let's say food, so he can be the cook of your para family. Sweet. All right. So we've got serious vibe, good at taking care of others, perk, and food for the talent. So yeah, we need vegetarian, yes or no. Early bird, night owl, or normal sleeping habits, or normal, sloppy, or neat cleaning habits. Now, by the way, the cleaning habits is very much far end. So when they say neat, they mean neat freak, like my sister, who, when I was living with her back when I was a teenager, I got myself a glass of pop and I put it down on the countertop because I ran upstairs. I needed to grab something out of my school bag. So I ran upstairs to grab that something out of my school bag. And by the time I got downstairs, keep in mind, I was gone for less than a minute. By the time I got back downstairs, the glass had been emptied and washed. I hadn't had a single sip out of it. Okay, that level of neat freak. And sloppy is like never cleans up after themselves. So so early bird, not vegetarian, and okay, neat freak. He's obsessive about cleanliness. Okay. So he's like my sister then. I ribbed my sister about that for years. Absolute years. Never let her live it down. Early bird, not vegetarian. Okay, there we go. So I hate that it does that. So there we go. We've got the personality down. We've got the look down. Wearing the mushroom shirt because he's such a fun guy. Sorry, not sorry. Echo, you're a slob. I'm about middle ground. I clean, like I'm the only one that cleans the bathroom in this household. I am literally the only one who cleans the bathroom. But I, at the same time, am a bit of a slob in other ways. Because, like, my desk is here in my office. My desk is okay. Downstairs, it's a freaking mess. I have to move things around in order to be able to use my keyboard, for example. My son does a lot of the cleaning. He does, I would say, 95% of the dishes, 90% of the laundry, and every night he cleans the countertops in the kitchen. um, so, but I'm the only one that cleans the bathroom. And I do tidy up after myself, but yeah, I am not a neat freak, and I'm not a complete slob. I'm kind of in the middle. Crispy, not the fun guy joke. I'm so sorry. Okay, so are we? We're naming him Kurt. I'm guessing. What would you like the last name to be? Also, let me change him back to casual so that how can I not use the fun guy joke, Crispy? How could I not? Oh, Kurt. Yep, for the first name. What about the surname? Mr. Moon. Okay. Kurt Moon. There we go. Male gender. We've got the advanced personality, so he him pronouns, I'm assuming. And cannot breastfeed. Should we'll just leave all of this as default, shall we? Kurt Moon. There we go. And voice.
Baki? Lome.
We got smooth,
Vopino. Lani?
rough,
Miki.
mellow,
Mochi.
and silky.
Lino? Hoopy.
Now, I don't think his voice is as high as Silky. I am so looking forward to and hoping that they add sliders in for these voices so that we can adjust the pitch. Because, for example, I have a quite high pitched voice, for being a guy, but at the same time,
Gide? Noopy.
that is not my voice. My voice is more along the lines of rough, but higher pitched. So I really hope that they give us sliders for the voice at some point, It would be so nice.
Lani? Miki.
Also, I believe that the 4 voices were either done, I think they were done by 2 different people. And then they just, like, in post, adjusted the pitch of the voice just a little bit. Which is pretty cool. Okay. So, Echo, you did mention the create character cheat. Now, I have never used this cheat. Guess the first one, so that one.
Abi.
I love the icons for the voices, by the way. We've got a dog for smooth, an owl for rough, a cat for mellow, and a bird for silky. I don't know why, but it just, it's so funny. It tickles me. It doesn't take much to entertain me, you know, it's fine. Okay, so we have a bunch of cheat commands in this game, and I love that they've given us these, you know, cheat commands. So the one that I want is create character space V. Okay, so that control V, you know, to paste this in. I hit my microphone. I have never used this cheat before, so I'm really hoping it works. So basically, what the create character cheat does, it allows you to take a para that has been created, any para at all, by using their GUID or display name. And theoretically, this should work. Echo, go to make a fresh pair before before I add URL delete Kurt. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so create para. And then we try it again. Create character. Enter. Is that gonna work? Did that work? Is that you, Echo? Crispy, you wonder if the QR code on the Paras UI will be used for something in the future. Right now, this, if you actually scan it, it comes up with less than 3. Like, you know, the ASCII love heart symbol, you know, less than 3 is what it comes up with. Echo, no, that's not you. Okay. So, hold on. Control-Shift-C. Let me try this again. Create character. Yeah. Create character. Enter. Crispy, the lesson 3 thing, yeah, I really like that. It's just a kind of a really cute thing for them to do. Okay, so why is this not working? Echo, it's edit character, not create. Okay. So it's edit character. I really need to learn all of these cheat codes. Okay. Control V. Enter. That did not work either. I mean, it did something. Then type invoke. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I have to type invoke. Okay, so it's edit character. Character. Then the number, like that. Then invoke. Edit character, invoke, then numbers. Okay. Edit character, invoke, numbers. It's trying. It is trying. Edit character, space, invoke. Let me redo these numbers just to make sure that I've got them. Correct, that is. Okay. Control V. Enter. Hmm. You would think that would work. Maybe just invoke? Okay. So invoke numbers. Wait! Yes! That's it! Loaded one character from Patreon. Aha! Let's delete that para. And there we go. Very good. Yay! We did it! So invoke, for anyone trying to do this, if you know the para's GUID, it is, and you want to put that para in your game or in a specific household, it is Control Shift C, followed by the command the command invoke, then the GUID. And that will bring up the para. By the way, your para is absolutely gorgeous. I love. Did you say that this was done by the dev team? Because they've done a really good job here. I'm gonna have a nosy at your character if that's okay. So we've got your character there in casual. How many outfits? Okay, just one outfit. All right. So then formal, workout. I love the necklace. Oh my god. And the sleep. Oh my god. Sorry. It's the cute pink hoodie that's just doing my head in. The devs did it from Pixabay. They did fantastic. I'm very, very impressed. And it's so cute. Absolutely love. Okay. So in order so that you can get this household easier, Echo, I'm going to save the, if I can remember how to do this, I'm going to save the household, your household, to my library and upload them to the Steam gallery, if that's okay, or to the Steam workshop. Forgot I had caps lock on. Created for Echo Moon. Echoes para added via cheat. There we are. To complete household. Okay. I always I like when I'm making my own households or saving things to my library, I always like to add, like if one of them is not my own creation, I always like to add where that other person came from, if that makes sense. Echo, you're pregnant IRL, and now you can see what your kid might look like. Oh, nice. I like and right now the para in Paralives, the genetic system just randomly grabs different characteristics from each parent. In the future, though, they're actually gonna use a proper genetic system. Like, if you ever took biology in high school, you remember the graph that looks like it's basically four windows in a square. A square divided into four, and they take like um the parent, one parent has brown eyes, another parent has blue eyes, and they it's put on the top and the bottom, and then you combine them to see what colors you might get. All the different types of colors. They're using that same system, but more complicated than the simplistic system that we learned in high school. Punnett Square, that's it, Opting. Thank you. And yeah, definitely congrats, Echo. Bringing in a new life into the world is not an easy thing, but it's so rewarding. It really is. I've got three kids. Two of them live in the States. They're both, I've got two daughters who are in their late 20s to early 30s, and both of them live in the States. And I've got my son who is in his mid 20s, and he's living with me. But he's absolute sweetheart. I talk about my son a lot, and he does live stream on Friday nights here on this channel as well. So, well, over on Twitch. He doesn't live stream on YouTube because he plays Minecraft, and I like to keep my YouTube channel strictly to life simulation games. So, okay, so if I save this household to my library, then I should be able to upload it to the Steam Workshop. And again, a household, well, hold on, para household that I made for a YouTube subscriber. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same description or similar description for the one over on Steam Workshop that I put in the in my library. Your para's name is Jessica, isn't it, Echo? Or isn't she? Sorry. There we go. Okay, so adding this to the Steam Workshop. Hoping it works. Crossing my fingers because sometimes the Steam Workshop can be a bit Jesse. Okay. There we go. I did it. So it's weighted analysis by the automated content check system. That's fine. And Echo, no. Oh, I typed in Jessica, didn't I? Not Jesse. Hold on, I can change it. It's not a problem. Let's see. Edit information. Jesse. SSIE. There we go. Whoops, not D. Okay. And then we take it again and update. Haha. Edited typo in description. See, this is why I love the Steam Workshop, because if you do a little bit of a typo like that, then you can just update it. See how easy that was? You hate Jessica. I am so sorry. It's like, I completely understand. Jesse, there you go. Done, though. 100% done, Zors. So I can click see on Steam Workshop, copy that, and Echo. There you go. You can now grab it. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for trusting me enough to make Kurt and Paralives. I really, really appreciate it. Seriously nice. And I really enjoyed doing it. It was loads of fun. Absolute loads of fun. So I have made, by the way, it says that I've made 3 characters in that are in my library. I've actually made 6. So yours is the 6th household that I've made in Paralives. I had a problem with my save files, and I lost the day after. I had made 3 households on release day. The day after release day. I had made a total, between the release and the day after, so on Tuesday night, I had made 3 households. You can, making Parakurt took me 2.5 hours. So you can 2 hours on average per para. And I made 3 households that had between 1 and 3 paras each. And I tried to back up my save, and I don't know what happened, but when I backed up my save, it deleted everything. And when I tried to restore my saves, it wouldn't restore my saves from the backup that I had made. I'm guessing that the backup had corrupted somehow, and I lost 2 days worth of work that I had put into Paralives. I was seriously so just, I could have cried. But yes. Thank you so much, Echo. I do appreciate it. You're definitely buying me several coffees. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you. Have I put that in out of curiosity? Because, by the way, everyone, just as a general heads up, normally for my tips, I direct, if someone says, can I send you a tip? I usually point them over to Stream Elements, but Stream Elements they're closing up shop. They're going down. So I'm starting to use the Buy Me a Coffee website instead. So I'm pretty certain that I put that in the description. Echo, I have. Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm starting to put that in the descriptions of all of my YouTube videos, and I need to change it in for my tip command over on Twitch as well. I am really sad that Stream Elements is closing up shop. They have been around for so long. They have been I started with Streamlabs, and then as soon as Streamlabs started charging for everything, I switched over to Stream Elements. And I think I've been using Stream Elements now for over, I want to say about 8 years I've been using Stream Elements for. And I know that a lot of people, when they first started doing live streaming and custom and content creation, they started with Stream Elements. So it's so many live streamers are so familiar with Stream Elements, and I am really, really sad to see them going. But there are other sites out there that do what Stream Elements does. It's just, unfortunately, yeah, I have to go with Buy Me a Coffee. I'm going with Buy Me a Coffee for tips, and membership type things, and I've also created on Buy Me a Coffee. It is like the ultimate lifetime membership. So it's like 500 American dollars, which I understand is like a lot of money, but that is like a lifetime thing. So 500 American dollars, and that grants you everything for as long as I am alive, you know? Cuz I'm probably going to be doing content creation until I go blind. Which I'm hoping is going to be like another 2 decades. Crispy, the last you heard, Stream Elements announced that they had secured new funding and they were not shutting down. Seriously, I hadn't heard that. That is absolutely awesome good news. So what did they say who the funding was? Hold on, let me Oh, Jesse White is missing personality stats. Oh, okay. Interesting. I did not know that if you port a para, that their personality stats are completely gone. Okay, so hold on, Echo. I know you said you're sloppy, because I remember you saying that Kurt is a neat freak, whereas you're more sloppy. So we'll go with that. Can we get a quick rundown on your personality stats if you remember them, Echo? Or whichever you would like them to be. I still love the idle animation for paras. And then I'll re-update over on the Steam Workshop. Echo, yeah, you're a slob. So go ahead and give me numbers for physique, mind, creativity, and charisma. Just quick, you know, 2, 3 for charisma, right? But yeah, I'm really happy to hear that Stream Elements is not going to be shutting down. I'm still moving over to Buy Me a Coffee though, because yeah, I'm not 100% confident in the new people that's given them funding. 1 in physique, 2 in mind. Yep. 3 in creativity, and 1 in charisma. I'm shocked. You seem to be a very likable person. But then again, I think that about almost everyone. Almost everyone I meet, I like, just as a general rule, because of my mindset is so weird. I'm one of those people, I have a very Pollyanna attitude to life. I believe that there's no such thing as a stranger, only a friend I have never met. Which, like I said, is extremely Pollyanna-esque of me. But there you go. Echo, oh, hold on. Physique, 2 in creativity, and 2 in charisma. Okay, gotcha. You changed your mind. It's okay. The amount of times that I personally change my mind every day, my partner is always just like, "Are you sure?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, well, no, actually." All right, vibe. What is your vibe, Echo? I am going to guess that you are not gloomy. I have never met a gloomy person with as many, you know, with all of these tattoos. So most people that I've met that have lots of tattoos are definitely not gloomy. Echo, how annoying are gloomy paras? Oh my gosh. They like being sad all the time. If they're not sad, they get angry. But luckily, they get sad easily. So, yeah. Crispy, you tried posting a link, but they announced it in their Twitter account. Okay. Yeah. YouTube moderation doesn't allow links from people as a general rule. They announced it on their Twitter account though. Okay, cool. I'll have to take a look at that. Thanks for the heads up. Echo overjoyed. Okay. Your social perk. It is a bit annoying that the personality doesn't save. You know, because I mean, like, one of my first households, my Gemma Sparkle. She was like my very first one, which is why she's still in my household list. I saved her to the Steam Workshop, and she was completely done, and then I took her from the Steam Workshop and put her in my household after I lost my save. And yeah, her personality was completely wiped. I had to redo it. I really wish that they didn't wipe the personality. It's so annoying. Good at romantic relationships. Very good. And your talent. Don't say good at nothing, because I don't believe it. I totally don't believe it. Also, by the way, how chill is the music? And, you know, the Paramaker music, I freaking love it. Andre, who did the composer of this game, he did such a good job at all of the music. Just so good. Art, fantastic. You art a lot. I used to draw. I was not very good at it, but I used to draw. You could probably find some of my drawings still on the internet if you really searched for it. You'd have to search Muir, M-U-I-R, and then Muirjargon, which is like my old, my old online name. So if you search Muirjargon, then Muirjargon art, you might be able to find some of my artwork. Still moving around a little bit, but yeah, as a general rule, I don't draw anymore, because I was never very good at it, and when I went to content creation, I found an outlet for my creativity through doing this, you know, so it's all good. Echo, you're over on Deviant. Nice. DA is a good place. I used to upload some of my art over there. There's also a few other places I know that my art ended up on, but yeah, I haven't uploaded art in like any drawings or anything that I've done in well over 10 years. So I'm guessing no on vegetarian. And what would you say sleeping habits and cleaning? Oh, we've already done cleaning habits. What would you say your sleeping habits are like? Let me rephrase that. Okay, Echo, what would you say that your sleeping habits were like before you got pregnant? Because I'm just remembering when I was expecting, oh gosh, what sleep? There's no such thing as sleep when you're expecting a child, and definitely no such thing as sleep after you've had the kid. You're a night owl. Fantastic. And sloppy, not vegetarian. Okay, that's good. So that's all saved. Unfortunately, I don't think, yeah, like I said, it doesn't save to the Steam Workshop, so I can't actually put it over there, because when you put it back in your world, both yours and Kurt's personalities will be wiped, which is so stupid. Absolutely, just makes no sense that they wipe the personality. But at least now I can save my game. And you're even more of a night owl now than you were before. Wow. I can't remember when I had my son. Oh, by the way, when I say, that I was expecting, I literally mean me. I'm a transgender man, so I personally gave birth. I actually did give birth to all three of my kids. But yeah, so I completely can empathize with all of you when you talk about the pains of pregnancy and the ups and downs and childbirth and all of that. I 100% can empathize because I've been through it 3 times. So much fun. Sim VIPs, hello, how are you doing? Echo, you figured that's what I meant, yeah. So, yeah, let's save. And I'm gonna put you in the save if that's okay. I love putting different people in my game save. So this is like my, this one is like gonna be, this is what I call my backup save. And I really want to eventually have this full of people like you, Echo. People who, subscribers, community members who have asked me to make their versions of their selves in Paralives. So I'm thinking that y'all have 30,000 paradigms. I'm thinking that is a flat above a shop. That is a nice. Ooh, how about here? How would you like? Oh no, wait, that's 46,000. You know what? Who cares? I'm gonna give you some extra money. Set money to 100,000 paradigms. I'm making y'all rich, okay? I'm making y'all rich. So how would you like to live in this cute little house here next to the moon tower? Overlooking the beach. I think that this would be a really cute house. This is one of my favorite houses in this game at the moment, by the way, because of just, I mean, you've got, you got all the 3 stories and the nice little back garden here, like I said, that overlooks the beach. The front of the house overlooks the town. It's just and part of part of the beach. It's just a really nice area. You want that cute house? No worries. We're gonna give it to you. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths as well. And let's do a it's okay. They'll fix themselves. Hopefully. Can we go there, please? Okay, there we go. He's fixed, and go there, please. There we go. They're both fixed and no longer glitching in the ground. So we've got super cute house. So open up, and it's your kitchen. And that's a little a little bathroom, half bath, toilet even. And then upstairs you've got your living room, Very, very nice. Piano, which Kurt is immediately going to. Gorgeous TV. I mean, big screen TV. And then up here, you've got your 2 bedrooms. You got the master bedroom and then a single bedroom there. Fantastic. Swimming in the road, as you do. So hilarious. Okay, my friends, I am going to have to go because my son is due home from college any minute. But again, Echo, thank you so much for letting me create your partner in Paralives. I really, really enjoy doing it, and I hope that you're happy with the results. Again, I did put the link in the YouTube chat there. If actually, I will also, just in case you need the link, if you've misplaced it, I'm going to DM you over on Reddit as well with the link, so that you've got it. So if you've lost it, if you lose the first link, you'll have a permanent place there where you can see it. So you are very welcome, Echo and Crispy. Opting typical Muir, calling it quits just 3 hours into a 2-hour stream. I know, right? Echo, you sent me 20 coffees. Oh, thank you so much. That is really, really nice of you. I need to get my tips set up so that I'm told over here. I don't know if I can, but I need to try to work that out. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. That's so nice of you. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow, my friends. Tomorrow morning. Sorry, brain. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. UK time with Sims 4 Work With Me live stream. That is where we do 20 minutes of focus session followed by 15 minutes of chatting, visiting, talking about life simulation news, all of the above, whatever we can think of. Pretty much goes. Because I am pretty chatty, as you all know. And then again, going back into Paralives tomorrow afternoon, starting at 2 p.m. UK time. And same thing on Wednesday. And then Thursday night over on Twitch, we've got my Minecraft live stream Portal Project Challenge, where the challenge is to go to and loot, visit, finish all of the different structures that are in Minecraft. So that's my continuation of that challenge Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. UK time. And then my son, of course, the wonderful Paul, he's going to be doing his Minecraft Creative World on Friday night, starting at 8 p.m. UK time on Twitch as well. Again, Thursday and Friday night streams are not over on YouTube, but they are on Twitch, twitch.tv/MurelySims. I'm Murely Sims everywhere, by the way. You know how it goes. So yeah. Hello. Stop doing that, please, game. Thank you. Sorry, arguing with with my browser. It's fine. But yes, thank you all so much. I will see you tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.